Alright, boys. So, today I'm gonna give you a guide about this deck. The new Pure Libram Paladin. Here's what the list looks like so far. It felt pretty fine for us. As long as you're not meeting too much mages and rogues, you should be doing quite alright with it. Two first day of schools, really nothing to discuss there. Best 0-drop in the game ever. Eldor attendants, of course. Two Hands of a Doll, I think, are still worth it just because they give you nice cycling, nice early game potential, good trades with them and stuff like that, but I am keeping an eye on it for now. It might be a card that could get cut in the future. For now, I think it's fine. Librams of Wisdom, of course. McGurger is another card that is questionably included in the deck. It's a very good early drop, and it gives you a lot of late game potential too. If you don't have it, I'm not gonna say craft it. You could just use a Shotbot or Braggart, but Braggart doesn't really serve the purpose of Murger. It kinda does, but not really. As you notice, we're not running Braggarts here. It kinda feels like a win more card nowadays, and a lot of the time it gets easily removed. Two Goody Two Shields, best free drops in the game, arguably. I am including a Barroth here. He works like a second Consecration. I included him instead of the second Consecration. So far it seemed like it's enough. But technically you could even include a third Consecration-like card. But yeah, if you don't have Barroth, again, don't craft them. Include another Consecration and you should be good. Consecration serves well. Nowadays, Totem Paladin is... Totem Shaman seems to be doing quite alright, so having Consecration feels nice. Also, all sorts of tokeny decks, Consecration serves well, and even not so tokeny. I mean, comboing it with the Libram of Justice, you get sometimes 5 mana board clear, because Libram of Justice tends to get discounted quite a lot. Allura, pretty good drop. A lot of the times you will want to be keeping her as long as you know you're not against something super aggro-y like Face Hunter. Both Lightforge Zealots, I mean, you're a pure deck, you have to run the Zealots, like it's too good. It's basically a 4-drop weapon with a 3-drop minion attached to it. Both Eldor Truth Seekers, no questions. I did start off playing the deck with only 1 Blessing of Authority, but it seems like in this meta, 2 work pretty fine. It's pretty good against the Soul Demon Hunter, it can save you against Druid, so all in all, it's definitely a card worth having 2 of, I think. Both Libram of Justice, understandable. A lot of people start cutting out pupils for the new Griffins. So far I'm still a traditionalist. I do believe the pupils serve a better role. Being able to play them on turn 4 is definitely something you should be looking forward to. The Griffins are cool and all, but they seem a bit greedy, you know? You have to play something above 5 mana first, and you have to play it afterwards, so technically it's a turn 7, 8/8 with a Taunt Divine Shield. Ain't nothing to frown upon, but it's kinda slow, you know? You will meet a lot of fast decks nowadays. Zulok is poppin', Totem Shaman's poppin', faster rogue decks, aggro demon hunters, so yeah, ain't nobody got time to wait for that Griffin for now, I think. I did include 1 Hammer of Naru. Definitely feels like a very good card. 6/6 taunt is basically a 6-drop. Let's call it a 5-drop in today's standards though. But with a free weapon, that's a 4-drop quality weapon right there, so definitely feels nice. Lady Liadrin, of course. Crusader might be a card we could cut in the future if we feel like the deck is too slow, too clunky. But for now, she is pulling her weight, I think. If the meta goes even faster, I guess Crusader is the first card we need to start looking at. But for now, I think she is fine. The new legendary Irel, definitely a must in the deck, I think. I think the deck is gonna work fine. The same exact deck from last season is gonna work fine today too, but Irel is definitely a card that makes the deck better. A lot of the times you will not find a single discount for your Libram of Hope, and you will be reaching turn 8 just to find yourself 1 mana short of that desperate heal you need, and this is the perfect 8-drop for you in that case, so yeah. It's basically a 3rd Libram of Hope, and I ain't gonna say no to that. And yeah, you have both Librams of Hope at the end, which tend to go discounted quite a lot. That's about it for the deck decisions. That's about for the list decisions. For the Mulligan, basically you will always want First Day of School, Eldor Attendant, Libram of Wisdom, McGurger. Those cards are always gonna be keeps for you, no matter what. If you're going second, Hand of Adal becomes a lot more appealing if you don't have a minion even. Goody Two Shields becomes a lot more appealing even if you don't have anything else. Zealot could be a keep if you have something to play before that, like a 1-drop. You could even keep it if you're going first. If you have like a 1 and 2-drop, might as well keep the Zealot. Basically, best 4-drop you can drop ever. And if you're not against anything too fast, you can even keep Allura. Allura, if you're with the coin, you can even coin her out on turn 3 and proc her with First Day of School, so that's nothing to frown upon. Baroff could be a good keep if you're going second against a faster deck. And even Consecration can be a good keep if you're going against a Shaman, for instance. One of the games you are gonna see how we smack a Shaman like that, so yeah, definitely is pretty good in some cases to keep a Consecration. Libram of Justice is a card you should be probably never keeping. A lot of the times in my coaching sessions I've noticed people ask me, should I keep Libram of Justice against a Druid, for instance? And it's all fine and good, yeah, you are going to play against something big, but Libram of Justice is technically a 6-drop. Can we really afford to keep a 6-drop for that? In our Mulligan? No, you want to top deck it. So we have Baroff as well, so that's 3 cards you get to have for bad situations like that, and you have to reach that kind of situation to begin with. If you have the answer for that question, it's cool, but you really want to be building up tempo before that, so nah, Libram of Justice is not a keep. Blessing of Authority, on the other hand, sometimes if you are curving well into it, might be a keep for you if you're against a Demon Hunter, let's say, against a Druid, but in most cases it's a dump. Especially against the mage, against the rogue, they just devolve it, sap it. It's just a bait for you in that case. Blessing of Authority should be played reactively most of the time. You should be trading something big with it and not just going face and putting Blessing of Authority, feeling like a boss with a 9/9 on the board for 5 mana. It feels good, but usually it's not the optimal way for you to be using that card unless you are trying to pull a fast one on your opponent. Other than that, I don't think anything else is a keep in your Mulligan. Yeah, definitely never keep anything above 6 mana. If you're curving into an Eldor Truthseeker, sometimes if you're going second it might make sense, but usually it's more often than not, it's a dump. And another tip, First Day of School is a card. Yeah, let's move down to the tips for the deck. Don't just throw your First Day of School because you can, but throw it if you're really considering playing the minions out of it. Sometimes it might be better for you to hold on to it so you can activate your spell burst on Goody Two Shields or on Allura. And other times, I mean, a lot of the times I see people just playing their Eldor Attendant, and after that playing First Day of School on turn 1 without even having the coin. Like, no reason for you to do that, dudes. It's just wrong. Extra information is cool and all, but in the end of the day, it's not just extra information, it's spell burst activation, so yeah, big brain. Other than that, another tip would be try cycling your Libram of Wisdoms so you can get a cheaper Devout Pupil, and also so you can get a bigger Lady Liadrin, but try to consider if the game is gonna come down to you playing a big Lady Liadrin from which you might need your Librams of Hope. If that's the case, try not to be cycling your Librams of Wisdom too much, because you are gonna end up with a handful of Libram of Wisdoms and your Librams of Hope are just not gonna be there because you're gonna have 8 Libram of Wisdoms instead. So yeah, a cool trick for you to actually track how many buffs you are gonna get from Lady Liadrin are with your Devout Pupil. Basically, Devout Pupil is your buff counter. If you use a Libram of Wisdom once, Devout Pupil goes down to 5, so you know you're gonna have 1 spell from Lady Liadrin. If it's 1 mana, that means you're gonna have 5 spells in Lady Liadrin. Is that correct? 4 spells, right? I don't know. Do the math. But yeah, it's a very nice way to have an estimate if you forgot to count how many buffs you did. So you can definitely try cheating your way into extra information like that if you forgot to count those. And if it's 0 mana, apparently you're not getting all of your buffs back. So yeah, be careful with those. And another thing for Lord Baroth, a lot of people think Lord Baroth is bad in this deck. If you rely on the stats, yes, Lord Baroth would seem bad. But the thing is, Baroth is a skillful card to be playing. You really need to know when you want to play it and why you're playing it. A lot of the times people play it even if they have a decent board, if they're like tied on the board with arguably same amount of minions, people just check out Baroth and lose their entire board, even though they could have probably done something a lot more optimal than to just lose their board like that. So yeah, try to be smart about how you play your Baroth and don't just chuck it out because he's glowing green, you know? Play him only if you really need to reset that board and not if you're toe-to-toe on it. You can also tempo out Baroth against some classes. Against the Totem Shaman, for instance, you can tempo it on turn 3. Against a rogue, a fast rogue, I mean weapon rogue, stealth rogue, you can tempo it out, stall them out, and basically make them skip a turn trying to deal with the Baroth so they can put something on the board again. And yeah, a lot of the times you're going to be able to Lord Baroth into Consecration if your Librams of Justice are too expensive, so it's a very, very flexible card. And if your opponent forgets to trade your Baroth and just goes face, you can rinse and repeat and actually top deck Libram of Justice and trade and do a full board clear again. So it's a very, very good thing to keep in mind. I think that's going to be it for the guide part. Hope you enjoy the games I'm going to showcase now. And yeah, drop a like, subscribe, and all of that YouTube stuff we enjoy. We are trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate it if you do that, my dudes. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video or stream. Okay, Leonidas. Another rogue. Definitely not a fan of rogues with this deck. But that guy did high roll a lot against us. A lot. Okay. Should I coin Elm on the Gurgle? I think I will. The hero power backstabs it, so be it. He did keep 3 cards, so it is scary. Does it? It is what it is. Got to try.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Shit. Not bad, Mechanica. Decent. So far, not much decisions for us to be making. We're just gonna curve out into Zealot into Truth Seeker most probably, and live our lives. We are gonna have to be trading a lot here. I think. Don't tell me you have another backstab. Okay, that's fine. I don't want him to shadow step it, you know. Yeah, no problem, Kazul, because the game bugged out for me. Some pretty weird arcane orbs bug for me. It intensified when I did a challenger friend, though.
Don't test me, child.
No, thank you, Kazul. I should take that one out. I really don't feel like doing challenges like that during stream. Do I hold on to my weapon? I could top deck 2 weapons next turn. I'm gonna hold on to it. Sure. I'm gonna I'm gonna give you that game share. Okay, this can be ugly. Yeah, pretty weird indeed, Lava. Yeah, indeed, Spock.
Don't let the door
Indeed.
hit you.
This is fine. I don't mind having Librams of Hope down to 1 mana soon. Hey, there's that Edwin you were talking about, though. There's your guy. I think I'll go like this. Should I Hand of a Doll or Goody Two Shields here is the real question, though. Let's Hand of a Doll and possibly get first day of school with a finger in there. Nope. None of the above. Okay, fine. Well, yeah, we took it like a boss. This Hanar definitely not something I fancy right now, but we'll see. Enter Secret may be freezing. A lot of bad outs here. Okay, maybe it's not freezing then. Another Truth Seeker. Why didn't I attack face first? Oh, well. Okay, enjoy that. Use it in good health, kind sir. Yeah. Should've. Let the secret fiesta begin. Is that a paladin? Yeah, it is, bud. It is. Walks like a paladin, talks like a paladin. Must be a paladin. No more secret shenanigans, bud. Okay. Hmm.
To battle!
Okay.
Follow my lead! I never lie, but I never tell. Reporting for duty. I'm going to throw the book at you.
Now, Libram of Hope really is dirt cheap. As long as I get it. At some point. Yeah, Libram. With a few improvements from the new expansion.
Don't let the door hit you.
Well, my Librams of Hope are -1 now if I play this.
How much is this worth to you?
Yeah. Oh, that ain't bad. Rogues love these. How do people always get rushers out of those and I never do? It's beyond me. Secret avoider. Yeah. I'm avoiding secret drama. By a blessing of authority. Never mind. Never mind. Literally 0 damage to the face, by the way. Destroyed only my minions, by the way. A very random targeting, Blizz. Just so you know. I'm on to you, Chief.
I feel bad for you.
Don't be misdirection again, please. Okay.
I'm going to throw the book at your butt.
Could have sworn I put some Librams of Hope in this bitch. Two mana legendary. McGurger? Murger. McGurgle.
I guess.
Alright. Got him, Chief. No Librams of Hope, no problem. Get all the Libram of Hope discounts, though. We literally discounted our Librams down with 8 mana and didn't get a single Libram whatsoever. No Wisdom, no Justice, no Hope. Very synergistic. Very cool. Serious. Free-fall serious would follow. Okay, this is not a bad hand. I even like the Zealot if I'm curving into it. It is gonna give me 8 extra damage at least, and something he needs to trade, so it is not bad by any means. Not amazing cards, but I'm going with this because it's not hero powerable at least. Not yet. Okay. This 40 is definitely good. B tag is the command JK, and I'm not sure I can add any more people right now. Too many friends. Too many friends. Welcome back, downtown. The Blessing of 40 is gonna be where the cookie crumbles here. Nice hand, by the way. Very hard to figure out what we need to be playing, right? I'm playing Zealot in the middle, and the slim chance of him having Guardian Animals into, what's his name? Thrasher. So if he thrashes me, he takes the maximum damage. Nothing else to be playing around in a Druid deck last time I checked. So yeah, that's the reasoning for this positioning. Oh, top decking another 40. Don't mind if I do. Random Silence is a card. Let's do it like this. A little bit of that. I'm smacking in the situation where I equip the hammer for next turn. It's gonna be possibly lethal. Yeah, for sure, free, but it's still a possibility. Wow, good job, man. That showed. Oh. Oh. Excuse me? Excuse me? Am I a joke to you? Excuse me? That was fucked up. Doesn't have, I mean, Bog Beam is 0 mana right now, but he is overloaded. Okay, that was fucking close, man. That was actually kind of close. And it was not a bad idea that we slapped it on the Zealot so we can actually trade with that thing. We would have had to do a triple trade if we didn't set it up like that. Can't say I was playing around that shit, but yeah, that was so close, Mechaniku. Good thing we added the second Blessing of Authority. Because if that Blessing of Authority was a Braggart instead, we would still be in this game. Okay. Oof, I really can't afford to keep a lure like this. Consecration is gonna be a keep here, though. turn 3 consecration might definitely make or break this game. What do you mean, Free? What is up with me top decking both Blessing of Authorities on turn 1 though? What is up with that? Yikes. Doesn't look good, man. These Storm Elementals look so similar, I swear to God. There is one in Wild, I think, that also looks pretty similar to these. If I'm a starting player, I would definitely get super confused by these tornadoes looking left and right, you know? Like, basically the same shit. Hey, remember about that consecration we talked about? Pepper Rich Farm remembers. Don't give it health, man. And fuck. But still. Remember about that consecration we talked about, dudes? Alright. Had a feeling it's gonna be important. I don't know why, I just did. Vengeance! Good job, Zelly. Right on time. Alright. Looking good. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Who's up for some Barroth action? Gotta stall him till turn Libram. Let's make him do a second trade with it. And I'm not swinging, because... Why? Why am I not swinging? No, I'm not swinging. Better remain flexible. One of these is gonna survive it, because he is gonna attack with the weapon. He's not too happy about that.
Hey, I got you, friend.
That's mildly annoying. Nice. Well, we are surviving. I'm a survivor, I'm a whatever. Could kill the totem, because if he top decks Lava Burst, that's a clean kill. But then again, he can just trade it up with the 1/1, so it's always gonna be annoying. His face and his whole board do clear this. It all comes down to the top deck. That's not bad. Okay. Have you met Ted? I don't care dropping this because we do have Lady. And we are playing Lady next turn because we need that second Libram of Hope ASAP, so we seal the deal. Vengeance! Oh, okay. We'll take that. This Divine Shield is a lot more important than the 9/9 Divine Shield. What is the point in stalling out? Got this. Alright. Clickbait title? What do you mean? Don't. Go on, Kuzul. Start new one. Okay, Kuzul.